Welcome on back, everybody. We're here at Sanctuary, and hey, our little friend appeared in front of us. Okay, that was... Can you not do your hocus pocus bullshit, dude? Come on now.
Hi.
All right, time to show you what else asams can do.
Can you please look at me while we talk?
Generally speaking, people need a roof over their head, food in their bellies.
My eyes are up here, dog.
We already built a place someone could live. So if you're ready, let's move on to those other two things.
Oh god, my dog is being attacked. How do I get out of this? Oh, thanks, Codsworth. I appreciate it.
What are you planning on building?
I'm going to show you the two other things your asams can build. Farms, where folks can grow their own food, and places where people can work.
Okay. Show me.
All right. Place down a sensor again. But this
Hey,
time,
Codsworth.
we'll use one configured for food production.
I'd like to trade some items.
Oop, dialogue kind of bugged out there. Anyways, the place that I personally like setting up growing stuff is in the backyards of the houses. Oh, thanks for that spoiling future events game.
Out here, you gotta take things one day at a time.
Mm-hmm. And by default, the game sets up a few pieces of food in a backyard anyway, so it only feels right. Now all I gotta do is place down this plot. Why is the blueprint not showing up? Didn't I just get a whole box worth of asams? Maybe I need to unpack them? What? Maybe it's in the junk. No, it turns out my stupid ass just gave them to Codsworth. So, once I got that figured out. And since the terrain's never really perfect in this game, perfectly flat, I generally stick with building with a foundation. Oh god, where did our friend go again? He's doing it again.
Thanks for your help.
Dude just teleported into the ether. God damn, never knew you were a magician, dude. You just disappear at all times.
Just looking to trade a little.
Okay. I'm gonna take on the role of a settler again. Don't worry, I won't subject you to my bad theatrics this time.
Hey.
I just want to show you how easy this is.
So what's with the bathtub? I guess while we wait, I can just take apart a few things.
I've got much of a green thumb, but thanks to the asam, that don't really matter.
Then here I realized, damn.
It'll tell you settlers where to dig, what to plant, when to harvest. Takes out all the guesswork. No fuss, no muss. Well, maybe a little bit of muss. I mean, I am getting covered in dirt. But how's that different to any other day in the Commonwealth?
Womp womp womp.
Fuck you.
I realized I should have put the
Bingo.
plantation a little bit closer to that hedge right there.
This.
Okay, almost done.
It's fine.
Yes! Gone are the days of citizens complaining over those ever-increasing grocery store prices, thanks to Rotker brand asam sensors. Never has it been easier for citizens to grow their own mouth-watering produce. It's so simple, even the wife and kids will want to get their hands dirty. For the finest in homegrown food, look to Rotker brand asam sensors.
Neat. So with these,
And there we have it. A fine plot of land ready for cultivation. This from the guy who once underwatered a cactus.
no, it's possible.
I like it.
Glad to hear. All right, we've built a home, a farm. Next thing is a place to work. You know, somewhere folks can perform a little industry. Gather scrap or do a bit of scabbing, that kind of thing. Go ahead. Put down an ASAM that's programmed for that.
Hey,
So yeah, these are neat because it lets you grow a garden without having to actually find food items to then replant. By default, I think the most a settler can get food is 4 food. And that's assuming you grow 4 mute fruit plants. I'm not sure if you can grow more with the other ones, because those only produce 0.5 per plant. Now with the garden here, at the start, it only produced 2, so worse off than just growing regular plants. But as it levels up, it'll produce 5, so 1 plus 1, and then I think it caps out at maybe 8 food. And the way items level up, or plots level up, is just, you got to make sure that your settlement has enough time and has a high enough happiness. So I figure down here would probably be the best, just to throw down some foundations right next to the noisy ass generators. The junk that these items use is considered virtual junk. So we can't pull the stuff that's gathered here. But that stuff is just used for your own citizens to upgrade the stuff that they build in their own, on the plots.
Okay, time for some industrial action. I'm on it.
Not that settlers can gather junk that you can use.
The census pre-selected a storage unit to build. That'll be useful.
But once you have, I think it's something where it's like about 150 or so, like some multiplier of how many citizens you have plus 100 is the max junk you can have. And once you hit that, they can't gather anymore. And I'm assuming it's...
Now, any old fool can gather a pile of junk. But if you want settlements to grow, you need folks to gather useful building materials. And a storage unit will encourage people to do that. Wood, steel, maybe even a little asbestos to help keep warm. And don't be surprised if in time people start gathering even more useful stuff.
So I'm assuming that means, like, if I get, say, 200 wood inside my workshop, I can't get any more junk.
Can I be of service?
I think. I'm not too sure on that.
Righty-tighty. And we're done.
Nice, I think.
Times are tough. There's no bones about it. Even useful people are starting to feel the pinch. But you can rely on Rocco to provide fulfilling employment alternatives. With just one handy-dandy Rocco brand ASAM sensor, citizens need never fear unemployment again. Able to legally gather and store useful materials, your citizens will wonder how they ever did without a Rocco industrial unit. Just one more in the long line of technological marvels brought to you by Rocco brand ASAM sensors.
Well, there we are. All basic necessities covered. Although folks won't be happy with the bare essentials forever. Eventually they will want more. So best keep in mind. Now it's up to you what type of ASAM
You know,
you put
it's
down.
rude to stand in
Do try
between
and
two
keep in
people
mind
talking
folks
there,
whose settlements
old
will
Paul.
need 'em.
Excuse me, hello. Don't shoot now. I don't mean no harm. I hope you don't mind the intrusion. I couldn't help but notice all the commotion. What are you two young'uns up to here? That is, if you don't mind me asking. Fixing up these buildings, are you?
Yep. All patched up with duct tape and bubblegum.
Actually, we just finished building these. Foundations, walls, everything.
Is that so? Built them by yourself, did you? Well, you two looking to settle down here, or...?
This settlement belongs to my friend here, not me. I was just demonstrating some construction techniques using this ASAM sensor.
Construction techniques? Using that gadget there? Sounds like Brahmin dung to me. Are you telling me you made all this using that gizmo?
Sorry. Who are you?
Oh, did I not introduce myself? Well, you'll have to forgive me. When you get to be my age, pleasantries become somewhat optional. I'm Old Paul. People call me that on account of how old I am. And before you go asking my age, don't. I stopped counting years ago. Now, y'all gonna answer an old man or not? You two really built this stuff.
That's right. We're rebuilding.
You say that as if building stuff is easy.
Hey, here's a suggestion. Why not offer the old-timer residents here? Let them experience the benefits of sensors firsthand. That is, if you'd be interested in staying here.
I'll admit, seeing you two build with those doodads did pique my curiosity. And it might be nice to settle down somewhere for a while. It is getting dangerous out there, especially for a scav past his prime. But, would an old man like me really be welcome here?
But of course, sir. You don't even have to ask.
Getting a little too close to him there, Codsworth.
Was not your intent.
Sure. Why not?
Okay then, you got yourself a deal. Old Paul is at your service. Now, if you'd excuse me a second, I want to check out this here sensor doohickey.
How about that? Your asams have already attracted their first resident. With that, I'd say our exchange of services is complete. Enjoy your asams. I'm sure you'll put them to good use. Now, if you'll excuse me, I gotta get back to the hardware store. Got a lot of important work to begin on with.
What kind of work?
I've got some family matters I need to take care of.
Oh no.
Personal stuff. I'm sure you understand.
It was good working with you.
Yeah, you too. I should get going. Oh, and good luck with your settlement.
Hey, where's that ASAM fella going? I wanted to ask him a few questions.
What's on your mind?
Maybe you're the person to ask.
Wait, he's right there, Paul. You can still get him.
Head honcho around this place, right? Well, I've got a request to make. You see, I noticed that there's a whole bunch of new people around here, so I'm thinking it might be best to put down a few more of these here sensor thingamabobs. You know, to make sure everybody's got a home, a place to work, and not to mention enough food.
Anything else need doing?
Oh no, that should be enough. I don't want to impose any more than I already have. These ASAM things seem very impressive, but we can only make use of them if you place them down for us.
That's an interesting thing. I normally stick with just
How you
2x2.
doing, buddy?
Just, I don't know. So I'm lazy like that, I guess. Now, to get to the next step here in Sim Settlements 2, we actually got to build up our place a bit. I've thrown a time lapse of it at the very end of this video, for those who are interested in seeing me just run around and placing stuff down. But I did want to show off this neat little trick here, is that if you own a settlement that has a locked container in it, and you scrap it, it just throws it into your workbench, so you don't have to worry about picking the lock. And then before I scrap this desk, I decide I'll just hack the terminal. You know, free EXP is always nice. You
Sweet.
can kind of double down on EXP by picking a chest and then hacking the terminal right next to it. And as we unlock or build more stuff, we start unlocking different types of plots, which requires us to go over to it and manually change what kind of plot it is. And then we leveled up, and always grab Scrapper. Being able to get yourself some more of the rare materials off of scrapping weapons and armor and clothing, very useful. Now you can drop items on the floor and then scrap it through the settlement build menu, but a significantly better way of doing it is by going to a weapons bench and then just scrapping it from there.
I guess.
A lot of the stuff is just steel, but now that we got the scavenger perk, we can get some screws, which are some very needed items when it comes to upgrading your equipment. Copper as well, too. Copper is something that's very important.
I guess so.
And as I'm going around, oh hey, these three people show up.
Are you the one who put out the radio message? Is this your settlement? It's very nice. We had to leave our home. Everyone was getting sick. So, if you're looking for people and it's no trouble, well, we'd like to live here.
What was that about people getting sick?
Don't worry, none of us are sick. That's why we left, so we wouldn't catch it. I don't know what caused the illness. Maybe bad water. Now we just want somewhere new to live. Maybe here, if you'll have us?
Sure, I guess.
Oh, thank you. Don't worry, we're willing to work. Just let us know where you want us.
Well, that's all I really need to hear. So, now we need to build an additional 3 of residential and working plots before we hit the next stage in the Sim Settlements 2 quest line. But before that, I just want to show off, now that I got a few things under my belt. Codsworth loves it when you upgrade both weapons and armor, and these are 2 separate increases. I think it takes like every 2 or 3 days before you can do it again to get more relation gains out of him. But yeah, it's a useful thing to keep in mind. Also, another mod I got allows me to hide armor pieces, which is nice, so I don't have like chunks of leather hanging off my knees and my arms.
Yes. Excellent.
Also, I changed the gloves to be the same color as my jacket, and I have just learned that you can't push the same hotkey button to automatically unequip, so I wanted to just show off my gloves.
I knew this real prissy Brahmin baron once. Never met a man who took so much pride in selling cow dung.
I'm happy for that man. If only everyone could be happy of their jobs. I know I wasn't. That's why I quit mine. Now this tall building, I'm not really liking it. I want a shorter building, so we can change the building plans by going up here. Oh Jesus Christ. Yeah, we can get some really big ass buildings. When changing building plans, you have to pay out like materials for it. In fact, you got to pay out materials for them to build the first thing in the first place. And for residential, we're just changing how the house looks. But for other plots, I guess except for the exception of farm plots, it changes how they work.
Hey, Codsworth.
I live to serve, Mum.
That's good to know.
Thank you, Codsworth. And building materials, first it pulls from the virtual storage of your settlement's materials. And if there is any lacking, it'll then pull from either your junk or the junk that you have inside of your workbench. Also, behind this house is some wild mute fruit. Annoyingly, you can't replant wild variations of a plant. But, you know, when you're first starting off, it might not be bad to throw your...
You say so.
To throw your settlers on those, since they each provide 1 full food. And this little basement's got some gold bars. And purified water. They are a decently priced item. It's either 20 or 40 caps a pop. And you can get unlimited of them just by building a whole bunch of water purifiers. Any water that your settlers don't use gets placed as a water bottle inside your workbench. So you can become a water baron. Exploring a little bit more.
Excellent.
Here in Sanctuary, there's a skill book in this random person's house. And some kid's crib, whatever, just get rid of that. very nice is this game board right here that has nuclear material, and also the special book. I've kind of pre-picked my stats that'll be kind of good for me to stick with for pretty much the rest of the game. But I just grabbed Charisma because I believe Charisma affects how many settlers you can get in your settlements. Oh man, he's got the vocabulator of a poet. Now back in Red Rocket, what's funny is skipping. I apparently skipped the mole rats altogether, so I can just walk right on in and activate the bench, so I can now build here. The annoying thing with trying to get your settlement set up is you need to get a power generator and a recruitment beacon to start getting people in there, and that either means bringing the materials yourself in your inventory or scrapping stuff and hoping that something drops. Oh. So the alternate start mod skips the vault, and I actually went back into the vault just to find whatever I could scrap in there, and it has bugged out my game to the point where anytime I go indoors, it plays the emergency PA system. And when I mean any indoor, I'm not just talking about an underground thing like we are in right now. I went back to the museum where Garvey and crew are at, and it started going off in there too.
Nope.
And the only fix was I had to reload my game to before I went into the vault and not enter the vault.
Yeah. Oh, great. I don't have enough problems.
Yeah. Every video a bug.
Something
I love
like
this
that.
game. Oh god, no.
Come to mama.
Somehow drinking that disgusting ass water did not give me any radiation. That's kind of surprising, honestly. Ooh, a military grade circuit board.
Yes, I am.
Too bad I had to reload my game to fix this annoying ass bug, and something else spawned in there instead.
Whatever. Excellent.
Damn, another military grade circuit board too. Circuitry is a very useful crafting item that you
I really don't care.
don't find a lot. You don't find very often.
All residents must vacate immediately.
Ooh, a fusion core. Let's get ourselves get some Rad-X on. Oh man. This place was just throwing all of its trash into a hole in the floor, and they got a reward for it. Reminds me of my previous job, where I guess the city is having different... There's something to do with the trash. Oh hey, this dude's got some nice glasses, I'll be taking those. And it basically was an open air dumpster that we had to deal with instead of our outdoor trash compactor. And I remember I had to... one of the floor clerks was throwing away a bag from bakery, absolutely full of chicken blood and other bakery trash, and couldn't lift it because this open air dumpster was like above your head and like even higher than what my hand could reach. So I had to get on the forklift, grab a pallet, have him put the bag on the pallet, and then lift the pallet up and over the dumpster, and then crawl up the forklift and roll the bag into the dumpster. Because there was no fucking way we were going to be lifting that thing above our head and not having it rip and coat us in disgusting ass chicken juices. Now, on the map it said we had one person. I'm like, where the fuck is this guy? So,
There's a good dog.
What I end up doing is building a pretty useful item, I guess. Once I find it, that is. There we go. We ring it, and people will very slowly walk towards the bell. I need to install a mod that makes them run when the bell goes off. Ah, there you are.
I don't think we've met yet. It's not exactly paradise, but what is, right? With some hard work, I think this could be a decent place to live. So, is there anything you need me to get started on? Not right now. Thanks. All right, then.
Then I'll just send her on over to Sanctuary, because even though we had 8 people in Sanctuary, someone left. So I used the fact that you get a freebie settler when you first turn on a recruitment beacon to send her on over there. And there we go, finally, 8 for 8. Now I can progress the next step of Sim Settlements 2. Oh, jeez. Big ass buildings. And just, you know, not bad. I dig the little lookout tower right over there. And there's our new citizen right there as well. Yeah, not bad. I don't even mind the clipping.
Ain't looking for trouble, I hope. What did you say?
Say that to my face, I dare ya. And then, oh god, one person's not set to a fucking industrial plot. So now I need to find this one unemployed person and shove them onto the plot. It's most likely someone who's working on a, not a plot garden, but just whatever is currently growing from the ground, like a gourd or something. Then at this point, I start freaking out. Why did it go from 2 to 8? Something happened and just really fucked with the calculations, but hey. Now we still need to get that last person employed. Thankfully, I realized that that person was set to scavenge rather than working on a plot. And hey, there we go.
Well, how do I make it do what I want?
Hey, got a sec?
Then you don't know that kicking it won't work.
Smart ass robot. So yeah, some commotion happens once you hit 8 out of 8.
It can't be good for the sensor.
But it won't work right.
That's no reason to go beating the living daylights out of it.
Well, how do I make it do what I want?
I wish I could tell you, but I really don't know.
Then you don't know that kicking it won't work.
We'll find out what these two are talking about next video.
Hey, stop!
Be seeing you all next time. And here's the time lapse for those who want to see it. Later.